That's good enough. Alright. What's up, everybody? Everyone's having a good one? You know, it's the fact that I play cello the best when I first start practicing, and then as I get tired and sweaty, it starts getting significantly worse. Oh, threw this off. Threw this off bad. Oh, no. Well. There we go. Okay. There are so many lies on the internet. But, unless it's your first day, you should know better about checking sources. What scares me is how it'll affect kids with unrestricted internet access. It's gonna mess them up real bad. Dealing with all this AI, oh god. Oh god. If you overdose, it's because you have a guilty conscience. I've taken 70 Benadryl at once, kicked the hat man's ass, and stumbled directly into the Garden of Jannah. I've never overdosed even when I wanted to. But yeah, I was pretty depressed at that time, and I'm better now. I'm glad Zoomers came up with the term crashing out, because everybody can use it, and we instinctively know what it means. But I'm seeing some creeps trying to pin it to ADHD or anxiety. It's glyphosate. It's glyphosate. It is glyphosate. It is adrenal fatigue from sugar and caffeine. Constant overstimulus. That's what causes the crash outs, by the way, if you were wondering. I found out why the horse heresy is actually disliked. It has pretty dry and statistical, sometimes uninspired writing. Sometimes trying too hard writing. But I'm still planning on going through the entire thing on the Internet Archive, and I might read it for y'all. I've been thinking about getting into that. I've been thinking about starting to, flex my reading muscles a little bit. I think that would be better for everything. Maybe tone my voice down a little bit. Something like that. My natural, somewhat nasally voice isn't as appealing as when I deliberately, non-instinctively try to tone it down. And over time, that just becomes the natural state of things. I love it when women get all excited about arts and crafts. I made you a bracelet. Baby girl, I'll wear it forever. I know Porsches and Mini Coopers attract women because my super hot girlfriend who was into cars would always get so excited, like, Porsche! Muscle cars are for gay guys, and big trucks are compensating for tiny wieners. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. But yeah, this era of big trucks is an era of out-of-control little dogs, essentially. It's what it very much feels like it can understand the women coming out of those relationships being like, yeah, he got a big truck because he's compensating. That's been a thing for decades and decades. Women have known that the bigger the vehicle, the tinier the man. And you know what? That's, you know, it's more psychological than physical, you know what I mean? Why in the hell does Kevin Gates have welcome tattooed on his back? What did he mean by this? Oh, please tell me it's not for them Jewish producers. Oh, no! What the Trump administration is doing in Yemen was started in 2009 by Obama. Google the Yemen model. It's the pinnacle of low information politics when people forget that Obama used the Patriot Act on 4 countries: Yemen, Syria, Somalia, and Libya. He also created the organization that was hollowed out and turned into Doge. He's done a tremendous amount of other things that was pushed through Congress or utilized via the Patriot Act that the current administration is carrying forward because they know that there's no legal liability for that. Straight up, thanks, Obama. Like, really, I'm not understating the severity of Obama's evil. It is pretty bad. Another thing, if anybody tells you that the wheel was invented in 300 BC, never take them seriously again. Sorry, but like, come on. You gotta be joking. Did you know that the occultist Aleister Crowley, likely Masonic York Rite alumni, had a home off Loch Ness called Boleskine House that was also owned by notable guitarist and faggot Jimmy Page? Really makes you think about where these collective psychoses originate regarding aliens and other sightings. Always end up being BS. Maybe it's from the people that lie as a hobby, habit, and religion in their highest levels. Maybe. You can only control things in arm's reach, so don't keep the minutes of global events, please. That leads to psychosis, and in so doing, don't allow yourself to behave unintuitively or consent to wicked people. It's not worth it. Temporary pleasure is not worth long-term freedom and success. It's just not. So don't gamble. Don't drink in excess. Don't take out massive loans without looking at the interest rates, and payday loans is what I'm referring to there. Do not consent to evil people. Bare minimum, keep a standard for yourself and guard your gates. What comes in and what goes out. That should be the bare minimum standard for everybody, and at one time it was, and that's why people pine for the olden days, is because people used to, by the proximity to constant danger and death, respect each other more, respect life more, respect proper processes and the order of operations more, and it feels deeply like people aren't doing that anymore. So we don't have to need all those things if we can choose and will ourselves into doing better with all the comforts of modernity. Otherwise, it will loose from our hands as we forget where we came from and what we did to get there. It's not a gimme. It's not a shoo-in. Why must it be that every single person involved in drones or AI is absolutely insufferable, or at least like 90+% of them? Why? Why must it be? AI cells be like, yeah, it's so easy, and then type in 400 exactly worded prompts for a picture of a bee, and it's still sloppy and unanatomical. Ugh. And that's a big thing too, is like if AI gets to the point where it's replacing things, it's going to replace them inaccurately. And another thing regarding AI cells, why is Musk destroying the seed bank that we need to regenerate after the glyphosate poisoning and the mass destruction of everything green? Is he really that stupid? Don't answer that. We all know the answer. Speaking to leftists exclusively now, What if you could see the political board throughout time with perfect accuracy, and you could see that arguments about transgenderism were the only thing you needed to loose in order to sway enough people to cause a tidal wave of anti-corporatist sentiment to save the environment, to save clean air and water, to save job opportunities, to save affordable housing, and a retraction of offensive war? Would you do it? If the answer is no, your church is Tumblr, your priests are surgeons, and you are an absolute scumbag. My sheriff's bloodhound passed away after a long battle with cancer. That sucks, man. Rest in peace, Junie. I think that woman calling Abbott Governor Hot Wheels is the coolest thing a Democrat has done in a decade. Or more. Oh, man. That was funny. And she's getting backlash from her own party. That was funny. That was absolute cinema. You know, we've been discussing more and more recently in the zeitgeist how police taking bribes to let fentanyl through is kind of a closely kept, mediumly kept secret about what's really going on the border and has been for a long time. And I've mentioned this before, which is that real estate organizations give free exhaust systems and unlimited gas Visa cards to people, and then they are vetted by the police, protected by the police, found this out firsthand, in order to cause an absolute racket all over the place, torment good people, their children, their animals, push them out of their homes, turn them into BlackRock rentals, and ruin an area. Now, this has been working on cities for a while now. Detroit, Los Angeles, New York. This has been working on cities for a while now. But just wait, it could happen in your backyard too. Trust me, I know. Alright, y'all. That cello playing at the beginning comes out alright. Another short episode, but hey, I like the short ones. Nice and condensed. No rambling on. Alright, y'all. Peace. Cheers.